Bonjour et bienvenue. Hello and welcome. Today we're going to look at two tenses. This is l'imparfait and passé composé. These are two tenses that confuse so many students. They do not know when to use l'imparfait and they do not know when to use passé composé. So I want you to pay attention very well because I want you to understand first what is passé composé and what is l'imparfait. Now, these two tenses I'm talking about, they're all past tense. And like in English, we have different tenses that belong to the past in French. And so you're looking at passé composé, which you can also call perfect tense, and we have l'imparfait. Now, what is passé composé or what is perfect tense? Anything that is perfect is different from something that is imperfect. A perfect thing is something that is complete, has no defects, it's complete. For instance, when I say I have eaten or I ate, the action is complete, so we call it perfect. When I say a bird went to Mombasa, a bird went, he's no longer going, he went. The action came to an end. It happened and came to an end. So it's perfect. I bought shoes. I bought. The fact that I'm no longer buying, I bought. That's perfect. The activity started happening and came to an end. Perfect. However, when the activity is taking place in the past, we use imperfect. And imperfect is what we call l'imparfait. Look at these two situations. I watched TV. Perfect. I was watching TV. Imperfect. I went to London. Perfect. I was going to London. Imperfect. So I want to believe now you understand the difference between perfect and imperfect. Now, when we talk about perfect, things that have happened and come to an end, then we use perfect tense or passé composé. For example, I went to Kampala. Je suis allé à Kampala. Passé composé, because it's perfect. But I was going to Kampala, which is imperfect, when I met a bird. Well, I was going to Kampala when my mom arrived. We see two tenses here. I was going, which is imperfect, when my mother arrived. Perfect. So I was going to Kampala. J'allais à Kampala. When my mother arrived, quand ma mère est arrivée. Are we seeing this? So what is the difference between l'imparfait and passé composé? This is today's lesson. 1. Passé composé we use for past things that happened and came to an end in the past. I ate. J'ai mangé. I went. Je suis allé. I boarded. You're boarding an aeroplane or you're climbing the stairs. We use monter. J'ai monté. Perfect. But now l'imparfait is when you're talking about things that were happening in the past when another thing happened, or something that was still taking place and was interrupted by another thing. Are we together? A bird was watching TV when I arrived. A bird regardait la télé quand j'arrivais. marry together. So this is what we call l'imparfait and passé composé. I want to give you some examples just to help you to understand the difference between these two tenses. I bought bananas. Perfect. Because it's perfect, we're using passé composé. J'ai acheté des bananes. I bought bananas. I was buying bananas. I was buying bananas. Or I used to buy bananas. I simply say, you acheté des bananes. So, anytime you're using the word I used to, which shows a habit, we also use l'imparfait. So l'imparfait, we're using l'imparfait to talk about a habit. I used to go to school at 8. I used to buy oranges in the morning. I used to live in Dubai. This is a habit. And second, something that was happening before another thing happened. Any question up to there? So let's get started. A habit, for instance, a habit. We lived in Mombasa, or we used to live in Mombasa. We're going to use l'imparfait. We used to live in Mombasa. Nous habitions à Mombasa. Nous habitions à Mombasa. Now, how do we form l'imparfait? You know that we form l'imparfait using the new form. First of all, you take the new form of a verb. For example, aller, the new form for aller is allons. You simply say nous allons. Now, once you have allons, you get rid of ONS, and then you add the endings, which are AIS, AIS, AIT, IONS, IEZ, and then AIENT, as you can see on the whiteboard. So these are the endings. So when you're saying to go, which is aller, then you want to put it in passé l'imparfait, you have to say, remove ONS and say j'allais, tu allais, il allait, elle allait, on allait, nous allions, vous alliez, and then il or elle allait. That's l'imparfait. For passé composé, you know that every verb must either be under Mrs. Van der Trump doctor, or if it's not there, then it's not there. So all Mrs. Van der Trump verbs are using être. With any verb which is not Mrs. Van der Trump, it's using avoir. Of course, if you want to find out more information about Mrs. Van der Trump doctor and the other verbs, then you need to go to my video that I did about passé composé. We're going to stop there today. In case you have anything, you can always feel free to ask a question under comments. Thank you. Please subscribe and encourage your friends to subscribe. Have a good day. Au revoir.